Susanna J. Dodgson in Haddon Township, Sadler's Woods, May 24th, 2022. This is day 4 of the goats, the first 20 goats, and day 2 of the second 20 goats. And they really haven't eaten the ivy, but they've eaten all the pretty stuff. Okay. They don't eat pine tree, but look at all these ivy. How do we make the ivy more yummy for them? They've really not touched it. I saw one yesterday chewing on ivy on the tree for about a minute or even less, and then he gave up. Here are the sponsors, wonderful people. Here, let's look through the forest. It's a wonderful thing about forests. They just go on and on and on. Just keep looking. Oh, they left a flower. Okay, I'll just walk around the perimeter. It's pretty close to 6 o'clock, so I missed most of the crowds, which is good. Okay, so where are they? Wow. It's certainly looking less crowded than it was. Actually, it looks magical. Oh my. Sadler's Woods is gorgeous. Look at that. Okay, this is what they were eating a lot of, and they missed this. Maybe one of them was sitting on it. But most of the yellow is gone. Yeah, this was there was 10 times as much of the yellow on last Friday, the day before they came. Hopefully they'll come back here and finish the ivy. We'll see. It's interesting because the cars aren't stopping when the goats aren't completely obvious. What fascinated me was how many hits, how many people watched one of my videos, which I posted yesterday morning, and it had 112 views, which for a serious videographer that wouldn't be much, but for me it's enormous. Yeah, see, they eat around the edges. Let's see. Where have they gone? There's forecasting some showers for tonight, so I guess they'll all be huddled under the tents today. Tonight, anyway. Yep, they have totally moved. Yeah, no, there's more eaten here than there was yesterday. In fact, they've pretty much stripped everything bare here. Last night I saw them actually eating the grass here, which I thought was interesting. Okay. Maybe they're just sick of everyone and they've found a place to hide, which I wouldn't blame them. How can you blame a goat? Wow, look at this. Oh, here's one, looking like a cow, all by himself. Where are the rest of them? I read that they came from upstate. These have been driven all the way from New York, which is surprising. I heard yesterday that there are plenty of goat farms in the area, but I guess not rescue goats, goat farms, and these are all rescue goats. I presume the goat farms are all there actually growing goats to eat them. There's a lot of countries that where goat is a very important part of their meat. In East Africa, West Africa. I have been offered goat like it was a treat. It's like, no way. See, that looks like a horse. Oh, it's magical here. Okay, here they all are. Some of them, there's 40 of them, so I can only see about 10. And there we are, chewing on a tree, of course. That's what they like doing. Gosh, what you can really see is the everything moving. There he is. How could you eat a goat? Oh. I think there's a special place in hell for people who eat goats. Maybe they'll be given dispensation because they don't know. He's happy. He's got his tree. He's gonna eat that tree. So happy. Oh, he's had all his horns pulled off. Ooh. It looks like he doesn't have ears either. Gosh.
The carrots are officially away.
But he's happy now. Hey, how are you? How are you? Hey, how are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. How are you doing? You okay? You having nice food? You eating plenty? You hungry? You eating plenty? I hope so. I should have brought gloves so I could give you a little hug. Yeah, they're very affectionate, which is really nice. Yeah, I once went with a Nigerian, a Yoruba. Absolute con man, but God, he was fun. Anyway, I went with him once, and he decided that he wanted to fill up his refrigerator with goat meat because he liked to cook. In fact, he only ever ate his cooking. That actually was the good thing about him. And he decided he wanted me to drive him to the factory in the Bronx that sold live goats and then butchered them. So what happened was there were these goats in a room. There were about 20 of them. And he picked out a goat. And the goat got on the scale. And they weighed him and they said, okay, that will cost you so much money. Because per pound it was this much. And then the goat stared at me and we bonded. And it was like, I can't do this. I cannot be part of this. I'm leaving. Of course he was mad at me, but he was always mad at me about something. Newspaper publishers are a very emotional lot. See, goats should eat, not be eaten.
Back there. Oh, yeah, look. Of course, it's all money. Look at a whole bunch of them. I didn't know there was this money. Over there, they were all fun. I know. Walk towards the side.
Okay, they all moved. Where's this guy? Oh, he's eating the honeysuckle. Why not, huh? Don't feed the goats. You wouldn't dream of it. It's good though, these signs. You always need instructions. Because how else do you know how to behave? This is where everyone is. See, this side they're not going to touch. I guess at some stage the volunteers will get around to this side, but it's had a lot of hurricanes and storms, and things have just fallen down and stayed down, like this tree here, and this one down there. Yeah. You only do so much with dedicated band of volunteers and a very helpful township, which is Haddon Township. Okay. Oh, look at this one. Oh, I didn't see him before. He must be one of the ones that came yesterday. See, they're taking down trees.
I want this one. But some of them are pretty nice. But some of them are cute little bosses. Oh, crickets. They might just be
There's the guy with the horns.
They probably are the giant babies.
They might just big babies. Sam,
Your mom would love this.
This I think they're just big babies. And then I get to top.
Yeah, look at them all.
So much nicer coming in the evening because everyone's mellow. The goats are mellow. The light is gorgeous. This area here was just used as a dump in the first few years when I lived here. I moved here in 1983, which is 39 years ago. So my memory goes all the way back to before it was designated public park. The first few decades, couple of decades, it was just a fight back and forth from developers who sold it to other developers to other developers. And then finally an arborist came from somewhere in New England. I said this in previous videos too, but it bears saying. An arborist walked through and said he found 4 trees that were older than America.
They were down the front. They should have that
So
yesterday.
then
I didn't realize that my
all the
came over and
activists-
was like, oh, look, she must be patting. She stuck her head through and I was patting her. And I'm like, oh my God, she's so cute. And then said, oh,
All
you
the
shouldn't touch
activists
them.
got
They're
on board.
poison ivy. I was like,
and insisted that it become a
I was like, great. Just what I need. I know. And I'm like
Dedicated
highly
park.
allergic to poison ivy.
Now, meanwhile, the township had bought it and they wanted to turn it into a soccer field. And the Knights of Columbus
Long, hairy one with horns.
sold it or gave, I'm not sure which, a whole lot of land
You get
where
along so
they
well with him.
Yes, I do.
increased the size of the soccer field and added a baseball field. So everyone was happy.
No, they like it. Try to put it in further.
So without this enormous community action that involved
That is ginormous babies.
non-violent
Big babies. Big
protests, we wouldn't have this, and the goats wouldn't be here. Non-violent protest works. Today is the election primary in Georgia. Thinking about non-violent protests. We must always protest the rich and powerful, trying to convince us that what is their interests is our interests, because they never are. This whole woods is just a miracle. It's so lovely to see people here. Now that hill was, this is where the paintball people hung out for paintball battles.
She's everything.
Everything? Yeah. Like a horse.
She's every kind of terrier you can think of.
A little bit of Italian Greyhound. That's what we know.
So this is the way I am
She's not sure what to make of the
when the goats aren't here. This is the way I walk through to get to the
I had dogs.
shopping centre.
I have one right now. I used to have another one.
It has very different plants than further down.
Well, the dog that we had before her was
I believe they call this the wetland,
everywhere and like this
and
had
new
all
growth.
this hair. So it's weird to have a dog that's like this.
which is why it became overgrown. Look at these gorgeous, there's so many of them. 40. 40 goats, my gosh. Some of them are teeny tiny, and they're all very different. Look at this brown one here. Looks like a horse.
They were like, we don't really know. We rescued her. How big she'll be? She turned out to be just the right weight. So in about a year and a half, this is what I'll be. did. And they said, like I said, part Italian Greyhound. They said like pretty much like a little bit of every kind of terrier.
Staffordshire Terrier was the one that they had the most of out of the terriers,
Yeah, I know.
oddly enough.
And then they said a little boxer, but the vet was like, I'm not sure about.
Apparently, like almost every mutt our vet was saying has some boxer. It's a very common
like
breed.
it's a very, it could just be like a bloodline, like common.
Could be, yeah. Mine is Parsons Russell Terrier, Jack Russell Terrier, and Chihuahua.
Yeah.
She's like,
Now that one belongs
Yeah, they're really not eating the ivy.
that way. He said it always together.
Any little tree, they just chew up.
Yeah.
Look at that.
You know, once you start getting to those ages, you just gotta let them have some fun.
Look, they're making a half already.
Our Cocker Spaniel had a heart problem, and he had like, I rescued him when he was 10, and he had like a tumor in his ear. And we had him for a couple years. Loved the dog. He was a great dog. He came from a puppy mill, so it was the only purebred dog I've ever had in my entire life. But he was a good dog.
I have a Feist, and he came from West Virginia. He's 10 now. We rescued him in the late 90s.
Interesting how they all hang out together.
He's a contingent dog. He's very cute, the tall, skinny, tiny legs and his and toes.
Yeah.
And the giant ears. And he is just he is just
Yeah.
It's amazing seeing other people in the forest.
Actually planning on getting a puppy. We thought like, oh, we'd like to rescue
Yeah,
another
as
dog.
I said, I've been walking through it legally and illegally for the past 39 years. And I very rarely saw anyone here. Once it became officially
Actually, her nickname was Lulu because she was a lunatic.
saved by Haddon Township, I used to see people, they'd unleash their dogs, and the dogs would
She turned out like a
they'd run wild. But that has been banned. Paintball has been banned.
best thing because when they're young, you can
There's a lot of things that have been banned,
with them.
which is right, because
Older and they haven't been socialized like ours.
it takes a lot of effort to keep a forest healthy.
He was abused. They broke a slap.
See, look at that. They're just chewing on the leaves, on the branches.
He was terrified of men.
Yeah.
You know, all this other stuff. And there was so much we just, we tried really hard with the trainer. And
It's interesting
now at
how
least he likes my
watching
father,
goats makes people think
he
about
likes
their
my
dogs.
brother, and my brother's friend. And so he's much better with men, but you can still see he's shy.
Yep,
Yeah, the Cocker
he's trying.
Spaniel we
Oh, there's the guy with the big
was very
horns.
skittish.
Oh, he got caught up in the leaves.
He even took a little bit
Oh,
to
dear.
get used to me. Like he wasn't sure for the first couple of months.
I
And
saw
then
him
he was fine
headbutting.
with me,
I
and he was
saw
fine
him
with my brother.
headbutting another goat
I walked
yesterday.
through the door and he was like, oh, you're
Right.
perfect. Thank you.
I know. See, it's so sad. You don't know what happened.
I think I'll have to go somewhere they're too
She
loud.
was only 14 weeks, so she was like, just a little crazy, but she needed some calming. Yeah, puppies are crazy.
She's a year and a half, but she still has a lot of puppy in her.
These nice seats that have been here for a couple of years. They can walk through here, but they're not. I guess they'll be here tomorrow. They're just finding their way through. Yeah. I don't think there's a fence there. I thought that's the way I walked.
Over the first couple months.
No, the fence is down there. Okay.
Except for black tips on his ears.
Okay. We're just going to stay and talk about dogs. I like people talking about dogs, don't get me wrong. But not when I'm trying to watch the goats. See, look at that. Look how they break. The branches break and they stay there. Look at this. Yeah, there's a lot of work that could be done here with they really need a full-time forester to work here. But I imagine that's way out of budget. See, this tree here looks like it's going to fall down at some stage. Yeah, they need to do a good job of chewing on here. So this is the area before. We'll see what happens, what it looks like after they start chewing everything. Yeah, I'd never noticed honeysuckle before, but there's honeysuckle everywhere. Look how pink that looks. Huh. So this is the wild area. Yeah, this really needs to be chewed and worked on. It's funny how they all just stay in one spot. They come into the woods and they're not looking at the trees. Well, no one has to. The important thing about woods is being in the woods. What you do there is your own business. Lots of maples. Birch. The magic hour, when the light is gorgeous. Listen to the birds. I can hear traffic too, but the birds are louder. I hope if you're watching this on a cold day, maybe today, in May 2022, maybe in December 2022, you'll remember this miracle, this gorgeous day in the woods.
So the next one, there might be like a coincide.
Yeah, so if you go in Bark Box, you can pick them out. We were getting her boxes every month, but she ended up with so much poison now. Getting single poison.
Okay,
Yeah,
let's go
and then you can just throw it
as far away as possible from that. All those very loud voices. I've been around Quakers too long. We don't have loud voices. We're quiet people. Sometimes we say nothing. There they are over there. Okay. I have to go out and then go in to see where I am. There they are over there. You can see leaves waving around us. That's how you can find a goat. Yeah, it's a pity we can't have some goats here all the time. I think we'd all take very good care of them. Yeah. And frolicking around. Oh, beautiful. There's the one with the big horns. Oh, what are you doing? You're running. Something happened and you're running. And there's the Paul VI athletes screaming about something. Maybe someone won a game. Shot a goal. Got a run. Who knows? This area is very much alive. Boy, they're like a pack. Oh look, I keep getting their horns caught. Okay, look at that. Okay, there they are over there. I think they're sick of us. They've run away. And that's understandable. This is Susanna J. Dodgson, peacescientist.org. 24th May 2022, which was the day on which the Sovereign of England was born in 1819 and was called Empire Day, briefly, when there was briefly a British Empire. Was the British Empire the shortest living empire? Yes, certainly. Less than 100 years. However,